All right, here's another one where, as always, the first thing we want to do, everybody, we got to read that question first. I don't care how nervous or confident you are. The right way to go about it is just to stay calm, cool, and collected and read that question sentence first. So here, how many samples are produced? Okay, so key word here is how many samples. How many samples are produced? So here it says a clinic here has 420 test kits. During a health drive, 65% of these kits are used, and each kit that was used produces 3 samples. Okay, so that's the biggest piece of information here. Let's write that down, where we really want to note that each kit produces 3 samples. So each kit equals 3 samples. So my party people, given the use of the word each, so each kit is 3 samples, what are we going to do? What operation are we going to do once we determine how many of these test kits were used? Because it can be multiplication or division. So which one is it going to be? Yeah, it's going to be multiplication. And here's the reason why. When you think about the word each, when you're trying to find the grand total, you're multiplying. When you have the word each and you're trying to get down to, let's say, if it says each kit is 3 samples and you're trying to get down to the number of kits, well, you'll be dividing that total by 3 to get the number of kits. But in this case, we want the total number of samples. So because we have the number of kits, or we're going to get the number of kits, and we know each kit is 3 samples, we multiply by 3 to get that total number of samples. So let's go ahead and get after it here. We're going to first begin by understanding that 420 kits were used, or available, and 65% of those were used. So let's first find out how many actual kits that is. 65% multiplied by 420. When we do that, that'll be 0.65 multiplied by 420. So once we do that here on the side, we're going to multiply and we're going to ignore the decimal and bring it back at the end. So we have 0 times 5, then 2 times 5 is 10 and carry the 1. 4 times 5 is 20, carry the 1 is 21. Next up, we'll place that 0 right there and we'll continue. So we'll have 0 times 6, and that'll be 0. Then from there, we'll have 2 times 6, which will be 12, carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24, carry the 1 is 25. So there we are. Add all of that back together, and we're going to get 0, 0, 3, 7, and 2. We'll bring back 2 decimal places, everybody, because we have 1 and 2 right there. So there we are. We have 1 and 2. So that'll end up being 273. But the answer is not going to be A, only because, remember everybody, this is the number of kits, not the number of samples. To get the number of actual samples, remember that each kit is 3 samples. So we need to multiply this over here by 3. Because again, each of these kits provided 3 samples. So here we have 273 times 3, so that'll be 9. 7 times 3 is 21. And then 2 times 3 is 6. Carry 2 is 8. So therefore, everybody, the final answer, the true correct answer here is 819 samples were produced. And there we go. All done. So new problem, and we'll start here with the question sentence saying, after 3 seconds, what is the height? All right, sounds good. So after 3 seconds, what is the height? So in this problem, I know that I'm looking for the height, and my equation that's defined here for projectile motion, it says that it follows the equation h equals negative 16y squared plus by plus c, where h is the height in feet, and y is time in seconds, b is the initial upward velocity, and c is the initial height. So that's a lot of information, but we're going to break it down bit by bit, first writing the equation that we have. H equals negative 16y squared plus by plus C. What we know is that we're looking for the height after 3 seconds. So we have the height defined here. We also have the height defined here as the initial height. But we are not looking for the initial height. We're not. We are looking for that final height. So we know we're looking for h. When we also see up next that it says y is time in seconds, it says right here, after 3 seconds. Booyah, right there. So I know that I'm going to be replacing all of the y values with 3. So I'll replace this over here with 3, leaving this as negative 16 multiplied by 3 squared. And then we also have this y over here. That's going to be 3. The b that we're replacing, b is going to be right over here. B is the initial upward velocity, and that is feet per second. What is the only other value given to us in feet per second? Right over here. The rock is thrown upward at 64 feet per second. We can highlight that right there. B is the initial velocity, feet per second, 64 feet per second. I'll replace B with 64. And then lastly, C is going to be the initial height. So I see that right over here. Let me mark that in blue. C is the initial height in feet. And we see here that it says that it was thrown from a 10-foot ledge. That's going to be the initial height. So we'll just replace C with 10. And there we are. We have the setup done properly. And now all that's left to do is calculate. We're good. We don't have to work backwards here. We're working forward. So let's get this done one step at a time. So first up, we have 3 squared. 3 squared is the same as 3 times 3, which is 9. So we have h equals negative 16 multiplied by 9. Next, we have 64 multiplied by 3, which we can do over here on the side. 64 times 3, that's going to give us what? 60 times 3 is 120. 4 times 3 is 12, so that'll be 132. Or excuse me, 192. This is why we don't try to do mental math so quickly. So with that, let me just prove it here for you. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 6 times 3 is 18, carry the 1 is 19. So 192. Always got to be careful. So we have 192 right over here. Adding 10. Everybody, 192 plus 10 gives us what? 192 plus 10, that's going to give us 202. Absolutely. But what about over here? Negative 16 multiplied by 9. Let's try that out here. 16 times 9. Mentally, we could do 16 times 10, 160, and then take away one of those 16s. 160 minus 16 is 144. But again, don't sweat it. Paper and pencil, you can always do it as long as you're quick with it. 6 multiplied by 9, that will give us 54. Carry the 5. 1 times 9 is 9. Carry the 5 is 14. 144. But we have to be careful here because this was a negative times a positive. Negative times a positive, that is going to be a negative. We have negative 144 plus 202. This is the final thing we have to do. And the great thing is 1 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 1. So we can write negative 144 plus 202 as 202 minus 144. Either way works. So from here, we have 202 minus 144. So to get this done, we will borrow from the 2 to make that a 1. And this will be a 10. We'll borrow again. I know, a little awkward. So that'll be 9. And this will be 12. So here, we'll do 12 minus 4, which is going to give us 8. 9 minus 4, that's going to give us 5. And then 1 minus 1, hey, that just cancels out. So there we are. We have our final height after 3 seconds. And that is going to be 58 feet, which is answer choice A. 58 feet.